everybody, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee.
And this is, of course, our special Oberon's Outlook on Emotional Exchanges as the sum or the end of our Super Tarot Love Week. And we have our guest star, Banshee.
Me. I feel so honored, Mr. O.
Well, you should.
Well played, well played.
So we have a little more Valentine's Day Super Tarot Love Week content for you, starting right now with our performance of the Enchanted Tarot spell for the Ace of Hearts, and that's from the wonderful card set, the Enchanted Tarot by Monte, Farber, and Amy Zerner. So we're going to get started with that right now. A purple winged heart rises from a vase filled to the brim with the supreme magical power of love. This charmed vase is always full, for the giving of love creates more than its measure of love in return. As will water, love also takes the form of the vessel from which it comes, and will only tolerate being cupped by an open, gentle hand, never a closed fist. Water also symbolizes the beauty of unconditional love, for its life-giving power is there for all to partake of. In all ancient esoteric teachings, water symbolizes our emotions, feelings, and intuition, which, together, are the true language of love. In the center of the winged heart is a smaller, vibrant heart, clear and receptive. This heart is giving, nurturing, overflowing with caring and happiness. As at the beginning of a love affair, everything in this dream is enhanced by love's transcendent glow. The purples, pinks, and lavenders of all the heart's suit symbolize the divine, spiritual quality of love. The heart is the unifying background shape on all the cards of the heart suite.
As I look upon this joyful, open heart, I feel the new beginnings of love and happiness flowing through me. So mote it be.
And now, Banshee's going to read some of her Tarot Haiku.
Yearning souls connect. I have found my heart's desire. Perfect love and trust. In perfect rhythm, two hearts beating together. It's love at first sight. Young lovers sharing their never-ending passion and heartfelt desire.
And we're back from that last segment. That was a pretty cool spell.
It was awesome.
Yes, and I loved your tarot haiku.
Oh,
that
why,
you read.
thank you.
Thank
You
you.
know, I love the Monte Farber, Amy Zerner books and oracles. Everything they've done has just been top notch. So, and the Enchanted Tarot was the first thing I believe we got from them, right?
Yeah, and I liked it so much I went out and got my own deck too.
Yeah.
And we think that probably in the future we're going to do a segment specifically on
The
various.
world of Monte Farber
Yeah,
and Amy Zerner.
yeah, we're going
Because
to
I
do.
have a lot of their tools. I don't think I have them all, but I got to be pretty close.
So, anyways, we're going to continue with the regular part of Oberon's outlook on the emotional exchanges, which is that weekly forecast for the emotional ups and downs, the currents and undercurrents that affect your zodiac sign as ordered or arranged by its elemental association.
And it's me guest starring.
Yes, guest starring the Banshee, who will illuminate us with her extra wisdom that she will share here. So, first of all, we're going to do, get my camera. We're going to do the air signs first. And these are signs like Gemini and Libra and Aquarius. So the first thing we do is we pull the word of the week for them. And I'm going to have my handy assistant Banshee pull the word of the week. This is for air signs, so this is the word you should meditate on or consider. And that word is innovation.
And that's for the air signs?
Yes. So
interesting.
Air signs should think about innovative ways that they will handle these situations that they may be drawn to. So now we're going to go ahead and shuffle for their forecast. And this forecast is good from today, Friday, February 14th, to next Thursday, February 20th. And now I'm going to let Banshee shuffle a little bit. We are also joined here by our good friend, Sunny Boy, who often joins us on our regular live stream.
Yes, and if you have not joined us on our live streams, please consider doing it. We have great fun with the people in our chat.
And you'll get notified about these weekly readings that we do, and then there's also monthly readings and other special content. How's it going there, Bansh?
I am ready, Mr. O.
Alrighty, so go ahead and cut, if you can.
If he lets me.
And soon we will know what's up for our air signs in the emotional realms. Okay, so we have pulled our 3 cards, and they are the reversed moon, the upright devil. That's a timely card for Valentine's Day, maybe.
Maybe.
And a reverse 3 of cups, which could be a little disconcerting. So,
well, when is too much of a good thing, too much of a good thing?
And it's kind of funny because the devil sort of is in between of them too. And so it could be saying that there's some affairs here going on, not like, love affairs, but just, parties, gatherings, situations, bickerings. And it may be that somebody has been possibly trying to sell illusions or mysteries to you air signs, and yet somehow you air signs kind of see through it and see where the materialistic point is really being made, and it really is about dominating people. And so if you feel somebody's been trying to coerce you or seduce you or bring you into their drama, just remember you should be in more control of that, and you should make better decisions and not let these material matters hold you back or be dominating. I know, I'm really out there today.
Oh, no, I was watching Sassy in the other room there by the light stuff.
I don't always consult them. Sometimes I read them separately, but
yeah, no, but I'm kind of blending them together in my own inimitable way as well. And so what I'm thinking here, the devil speaks of a lot of obsessive behaviors, or could be temptations, possessiveness, possibly to some degree, maybe somebody who's just a little bit over the top. Because if you look at the Devil and the Three of Cups together, the Three of Cups is a card of excess as well, in a way. Too much partying, too much indulgences, too much infatuation, maybe, too much possessiveness, maybe. I think they kind of magnify each other in this case. And
Then you throw that in.
well, you throw this in and you come to the realization that it's all too much. Whether this is you coming to the realization that you are coming on too strong, or the realization that somebody is just making you feel stifled from all the over attention you're getting from them, and also maybe the demands from them for your time. They want all of you.
And see, and I thought that this was maybe something about, illusionary deception, scandal, gossip, but I could see that more now too, and that it really is about subliminating and co-opting, and how this happens to us on different levels, in the soul as well as on our physical existence.
Well, I absolutely like what you had to say the first time, too. I'm just thinking I'm seeing a different perspective here. I think our viewing audience, as usual with our live streams and we read together, has to kind of think about what really resonates with them, what's really making sense to them right now. Because with the tarot, there is more than one way to look at this, a lot of times.
So that's what we had for you, air signs. So I'm going to let you go ahead and shuffle those,
Okay.
just to shuffle them. And now we're going to read for fire signs. And those are signs like Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. And they tend to be quicker spirited, quicker thinking, quicker acting.
And I'm just trying to find whatever part of the table he will allow me to shuffle on.
Okay.
He keeps hitting his tail against the...
And while you're doing that, I'm going to quickly shuffle.
There. I'm ready.
And
Do I
help
need
you.
to cut them?
No, I'm
No,
going to
you
shuffle
didn't
them in a
shuffle
minute.
yet. Yeah, you cut this.
We're going to move over to the word of the week.
Okay.
So you're going to help me with that again.
Absolutely.
And thank you for being here today.
Oh, you're welcome, Mr. O. I am so glad I was invited. When I start doing my material matters, I'll be sure to invite you.
Thank you. And what was our word of the week?
So this is for the fire signs, like
This is for the
myself.
fire signs, yes.
Well, it's avarice.
Can you explain that?
What's your definition of avarice, Mr. O?
It's sort of
It
like
sounds
jealousy in a way.
Yes,
It's sort of like meanness. It's sort of like coveting. So fire signs may want to think about being too possessive, too selfish. They may want to think about what
Not us.
they can do that's good with their materialistic ways. Maybe that's all. We'll just channel that into something better. So now I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these you had previously shuffled. And this will be our forecast for the fire signs. The
Oh,
emotional
excuse
ups
me.
and downs
Not yawning
for
at
the
your...
next 7 days. Possibilities of relationships or situations. Alrighty, and I'm cutting.
And I am picking them up.
Alright, and lay out 3. So this is for our fire signs.
Wow,
this
there's
week.
definitely a fire card in there in a way. I look at that
Yeah.
as a nice Aries influence card there.
Yes, it's very Martian.
So basically we have the Five of Cups reversed. We
Which has come
have
up.
the Seven of Swords reversed.
No, it's upright.
Upright, I'm sorry, upright. Sorry. Sunny's trying to wrestle with me now. And we have the Emperor upright. The Emperor being kind of an Aries card, I like to think of it as. We're the leaders. We're number 1 now. But, so looking at this, it looks as though
We're having
there's...
problems in our relationships in that we might feel that we have some plots against our relationship. Somebody is saying things to people around us and trying to manipulate or poison people against us. Or maybe we're the ones doing that, fire signs. Maybe we're trying to influence others because, we're
Well,
about
avarice
control.
was the word of the week.
Right. So it could be that fire signs may be turning off some people this week because maybe they're kind of stressing some fragile relationships. Some people that are more, maybe they're not deeper friends, but maybe we're just cleaning house in a way. Maybe we're getting rid of some liabilities too. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I sort of think I'm looking at the Five of Cups reversed, and the Five of Cups reversed in my mind is not a really bad card. I think of it as, you've suffered some losses, you're moving away from that now, seeking out better opportunities or challenges ahead. You're moving on. But, I caution you in the process of moving on, whether it's from a job, bad job, relationship, or situation, not to take it out on others, not to be, harsh and do something that you will regret later. What's done is done, move on and let it go. And the Emperor's telling you to, maintain control over yourself, your thoughts, your actions, be the leader you should be.
Well, okay.
And also, I'm sorry, and also be not just the leader you should be, but leave this situation and move on in a way that does you proud and makes you look like the stronger, higher person.
And maybe some of this is about you standing as emperor, somebody who has some influence or decision making over the factions that are around you, those who just sort of feel they need to press their might to take over a situation. Maybe they're trying to run a department or run a situation, and then those that are just trying to cope with loss or are trying to cover themselves.
Yeah.
That's what we have for your fire signs. So it's a little interesting conversation. So we're going to move on. Go ahead and shuffle these to freshen them up.
Okay.
And now we're going to talk about our water signs. And water signs are signs like Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces. And they're a natural fit for this kind of reading because they tend to be the signs that have more emotional reactions to things or feel things a little bit more deeper in their emotional strata, that kind of thing. So we're going to see what their word of the week is, the kind of word they should keep in mind to balance or negotiate their way through their situations. You can put those down.
I've got them.
I'll let you pull the word of the week.
I am heading over this way this time.
Turn it around.
Oh. No, I knew it was upside down, but I still couldn't figure out what the word was. But it looks like a busy week
The
for...
laborer. Okay, so, words that come to mind with the laborer would be...
Work,
but also somebody who is basically... it's a form of conscription in a way. I mean, for these people, this was like truly 9 to 5. I mean, there was,
sure.
Our modern week, I can walk by any number of offices and find people just on Facebook, on Pinterest, on Amazon, shopping. And
Headphones on, watching movies.
so the concept of the laborer is really maybe marginal in our automatic society. So it's something to think about. What does that mean? And it could mean that for water signs that they are challenged, to really be practical and give a full measure of what they do.
Well, I think it's work and business and busyness. It doesn't necessarily have to be at work. Perhaps you're laboring around the house, getting your house in order, working on a creative project, but it's work.
Well, and of course, we should always try to apply the word of the week to our emotional ups and downs of the week.
Working on yourself.
So, yes, that's very nice.
Working
Thank
on
you.
relationships.
we'll see what these cards tell us. All right. So we have 3 cards. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the reversed 7 of coins, 7 of discs. And we have the reversed 10 of cups.
Oh my.
So for the water signs, this is a little tempestuous.
It is.
There's clearly some emotional things here. On one hand, maybe we're trying to apply all the nurturing, beneficial qualities, the mothering qualities of being in control of ourselves. In the other hand, maybe we're also thinking about some situations of loss or defeat or pain that's coming to us emotionally. Maybe we're missing people in our lives, or maybe we're seeing breakups or situations that cause a lot of pain. But it is time to move ahead and not sit back and just reflect on all of this. It's really time to move ahead. And it was like the word of the week, the labor. It's like you really got to apply yourself.
Well, this is kind of an interesting, difficult reading for me here. Because on the one hand, we have the Queen, who's very nurturing and loving and giving. But yet she's looking at, possibly some plans not coming through the way she had hoped they would, with relationships. There's work yet to be done. There's actions that need to be taken, in order for her dreams to manifest. And what seems to be getting in the way is some disruptions, dealing with some strife or disruptions in the household. At least that's what it looks like to me, or with family, or, with your significant other. It seems as though there's just some disharmony going on that needs to be fixed. And, I would just say you need to throw as much love on it as you can.
Right. This does talk about home life in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this in a way talks about what is around us, what we're working on.
Right.
So it really is about the water signs, I think, just paying more attention to the emotional currents at their home life.
And if something's out of balance, it needs to be, showered with the love and attention it deserves. Aww.
So that's what we have for your water signs. So thank you. You can go ahead and shuffle those up a little bit.
Again?
Or you can let me, and you could do the word of the week.
Oh, could I? I'll let you pick it.
And now we're on to our final, which is the earth signs. And earth signs are signs like Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn. And
are signs like?
What?
You said they're signs like. They are the signs.
They are the signs, but what I mean is, as an earth sign, they're not a water sign. So
I like ruffling his feathers during his video.
A water sign, it's an earth sign.
It'll probably be the last invitation I get.
I think I'm going to turn the camera off now. You know what I mean.
I did. I'm teasing.
Yes. Well, let's pull our...
Yes, we shall.
And you totally undercut what I wanted to say. I always say this about earth signs, which is that
go ahead.
From the point of dealing with their emotions, they tend to be the strongest. They shore up the best. They tend to be the most steady and sturdy when emotional peaks and lows are around us. So,
blah, 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 Mr. O. Pull the card.
This is not that kind of show, Banshee.
I know, I'm teasing.
This is about expressiveness. Well, for earth signs, it's about expressiveness.
Yes.
But I have a lot of earth in my chart, too, so dang, I'm being expressive now. But try to apply, you earth signs, your own nature to be expressive, even if you are not the life of the party, if you're a more droll sort. Just try to figure out where you can be to make a difference with somebody emotionally. And so that's your word of the week. Now we're going to shuffle the cards and do your reading. And I must say, it's been a pleasure having you with us this
Are you
segment,
sure?
this show. Yes, absolutely. Casting the spells and reading
Though
the
I'm
poems.
taunting you over here.
Very nice stuff. And it's hard to believe that Super Tarot Love Week is almost over. Yes, it'll be over in mere moments as we finish the cards.
But we'll keep our beautiful background up for the rest of February, I think, before we shift to something more springy. And we will, though, be back to our normal backdrops come our broadcasts next week. You want me to cut them, right? Because you shuffled.
Yes. All right, so
Well,
alrighty.
all right.
And we have our 3 cards.
That's the Queen of... Okay, got it. Got it.
So we have the reversed King of Cups.
He's going to knock the camera.
And then we have a upright 2 of Swords. And then the upright Queen of Discs or Coins or Pentacles.
My little heart headband is not staying on well. There we go. There he goes. Could you...
I'm watching.
Okay.
So, you first or me?
You first this time.
Okay, well, with the King of Cups reversed,
We got 2 people here, too. Sorry to interject. I didn't realize that. Go ahead.
You know how you do that to me? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is my show. King of Cups, reversed.
Yes, go on.
It seems like somebody is unkind. Oh, wait,
I'm holding
neither
the
of us
light.
are earth signs. Neither of us are
Yeah,
earth signs.
this
So
is for
reading
earth
is for us.
signs.
But really, what it does mean, though, is that maybe we're having problems with our expressiveness. You know, the card that you had. Maybe we're not really... you know, earth signs are really hard to be emotional sometimes. You know, they're just sort of restrained in a way. And so what I see too is that maybe part of what that's about to some degree is the fact that they don't feel really free to make the kind of decision they want to make. And some of that decision may be an actual choice to be more engaged. Maybe it's more engaged with their love, or maybe it's more engaged with something that they love. You know, a love of nature, a love of creativity.
Well, this is a tough one again. We've had a couple of toughies here today. I think Mr. O, the King of Cups reversed, though, is like you said. I feel that, you know, there's some issues here with communicating, you know, and expressing themselves romantically, and or maybe expressing their thoughts about where they want a relationship to go. I'm wondering about some of you who might be in committed relationships and are maybe looking to start a family. For some reason, I'm seeing that with the Queen of Discs there, you know, that there's a possibility of wanting to start a family, but really there's this stalemate right now, or truce going on, where where possibly, you know, somebody feels they're not ready yet. You know, when I see the 2 of Swords and it's standing and it's stuck in its place, they just don't feel like ready to do this at this time for whatever reasons. That's one thing for those of you who are in committed relationships that I'm seeing right now. For others, it may just be that, you know, this inability to express oneself, you may miss an opportunity here, you know, a real growthful, possible good relationship for yourself because of your unwillingness to be bold and make that move.
Right. Sometimes it's really, I think, about the fact that you have to make the decision rather than waiting for the circumstances to change for you. That maybe what's been going on to some degree is that you want to be a more mellow personality, but deep inside maybe you have a conflict with that, and partially what that goes towards is the fact that you don't always feel free to express how you want to another person in your relationship, perhaps the expressiveness thing. And so I'm going to just point this out in my Oberonificant way. Is like, look down there.
Oberonificant.
There's a head there on the ground. Like, don't lose your head over this. Like, just open up your mouth.
Okay.
But seriously, I think a lot of this is about how well you can articulate, how well you can communicate. And of course, it's no surprise that this is happening right now as we're moving into what may be a vicious Mercury retrograde too. So
That's true. That's true. Well, Mr. O, thank you for having me on as your guest
why, thank you.
on
quite
your
indeed.
Emotional Exchanges show.
So that's it for this week, everybody. And of course, I'll be back here next week. It will no longer be Super Tarot Love Week.
Back to business as usual.
But we appreciate you checking in, so we'll see you again.